Hi there. Just a few minutes ago, I finished watching a video by Rick Joyner in which he was comparing what we're going through today in this country in the battle between good and evil and light and darkness, and the battle that we are facing for the future for our freedoms. He was comparing it to Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, in the sense that against overwhelming odds, against ever increasing darkness and evil, there would rise up heroes that would fight for the right. And he talked about the lightsabers and the swords, and just reminded me of a story that I heard from Don Normand a few years ago about an incident that took place in Rhodesia back in the 70s, 60s and 70s during their war against the communists. And that was when the army would have to go out into the jungles or the bush to fight guerrilla warfare against the people that were trying to overthrow the government. And in one instance, he said one night in prayer meeting, someone spoke up and said, "We have a family member, a relative, that is not saved, and he lives alone on his farm out of town, and he's all alone out there, and we know that the enemy is going from farm to farm, and they're killing the farmers, and they're doing all kinds of harm and damage to their farms, and we just feel really burdened for our relative that's out there. He's all alone, he's a bachelor, and he's unsaved." And so the people in that prayer meeting fell on their knees, and they began to seek God and pray and with intensity. And the prayer meeting went longer than usual, and 9 o'clock came, and they just kept praying, kept interceding for this one man. And in the meantime, this man had finished his chores, had his supper, took his bath, and had gone to bed. And at 9 o'clock that night, he was lying in the bed when conviction fell upon him from the Lord. And he got up out of the bed and knelt beside his bed to ask the Lord for forgiveness and to come into his heart and to save him. And the Lord met him there at that 9 o'clock hour. The Lord met him there and saved him. Then he got back up into the bed and was going back to sleep when there was this loud banging at his door. He goes to the door, and there on his doorstep were uniformed military soldiers from the national military that were standing at his door and filling his yard, a whole troop of soldiers. And they asked him, "Sir, are you okay? Are you all right?" And he said, "Well, yes, I'm okay. Why are you waking me up?" And they said, "Well, we were coming down the road, and we met this band of guerrilla fighters running towards us down the road. And when they saw us, they surrendered to us. And they told us this story that at 9 o'clock they had surrounded your house, and they were getting ready to attack the house and kill you, when suddenly there appeared these large, tall beings dressed in white clothing with flaming swords held above their heads, and we knew that they would kill us if we attacked your house. And it scared us so bad we threw down our rifles and we ran down the highway until we ran into you, and we want you to please let us surrender to you and protect us." And so at that precise moment, when he was on his knees giving his heart to the Lord, this was going on outside of his house, and he did not know it. And that just tells you the power of prayer, how that this little prayer meeting, these people praying for this man, brought the conviction of God upon him, and not only to save his soul, but the Lord protected him with these angels with flaming swords kind of like Star Wars and the lightsabers. And I may have gotten some of the details wrong in this story. It's been a long time since Don Norman told me that. But to me, it really illustrates how God is with us, and we don't have to fear. We can be courageous. We can stand up and we can fight the fight that is before us with faith and confidence, knowing that God Himself will stand with us, and His angel armies are encamped around about them that love the Lord to deliver them. So we have delivering angels camping round about us that fear the Lord. And just be encouraged that your prayers are heard and that God is with you and that you can be courageous and not afraid. Amen. I just love that story, and I hope you enjoyed it too. God bless you, and be of good cheer. The Lord is with you. Amen.